when I grew up, the idea of having a cello arrive at your door.
It's just fantastic.
And it happened just like last week, a couple weeks ago. It came from here to Toulouse. It's incredible. And the idea of just like going click, 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 even on your phone, la-di-da. And
la-di-da.
and it's at your door.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's nice.
It's amazing. And I think, so from my perspective, very much so, it is the future, ordering online, being able to work online. Tell me about the luthiers, and for all of you who are watching who have Amazon bought cellos, tell me about those luthiers who what do you think of that? What do you guys think of that?
Colleagues of mine tell me that if they see that let's say, I'm also selling my instruments via Thomann, is a very big retailer, online shop in Europe. I think it's just fantastic. And when I got to know it, I just thought, hey, they have to sell my instruments.
But how about the other people? How about the other luthiers that aren't you,
they
Mr.
just
YouTube
tell
man?
me stories of how they treat them, how they throw these people out of their workshop.
Here in Cremona, this is worldwide.
Even here in Cremona, worldwide. But here in Cremona, there are more violin makers I talk to. So they tell me that they just are how much they charge and how they don't do.
So they take them for everything.
They don't even touch the instrument, They just throw them out because they bought so
Don't you think
crap.
that's given a bad name to our culture?
If I'm into something, I don't know, let's say it's something completely different, the first thing is I go on the internet, I look in, let's say Amazon, what they have, and if there is something and I like it, I buy it, because in that very moment I want to have it, and there's nothing bad about it,
But why are they treated like second-class citizens by luthiers when they want to be part of this world?
Because
that drives me crazy.
Here in Cremona, certainly we are in the high level of violin making, and people want to work only on nice handmade instruments. But I think it all starts. Everybody in the beginning has been a beginner at one point, so I think it's good that you give them a little bit of attention and you make them understand what is the difference and why it is so expensive to do this or that. And you can explain people are human and you can explain, So I even yesterday to my musicians, I had to explain him exactly every single step what I'm doing. And once the people understand, then they understand how much time goes actually into one tiny bridge, sound post, fingerboard, neck, upper nut, pegs. Every piece of the instrument can be made in a way that they go hours and hours, and all these very time-consuming steps make a great sounding instrument. So it's only a question of time. How much are you willing to pay the time of a violin maker? But it all starts.
At least you agree it's not right. It all starts somewhere.
Yeah, certainly.
And for a lot of us are returning cellists. I was once, some of you don't know, I was once a returning cellist. I was once that guy that bought that instrument online for $600. That was me.
Really?
Because I had a different life, and I had an incredible German-made cello. I went to university, won competition, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
And life changed. And I left cello for a brief moment in my life, and I came back knowing that I had already gotten to a level of playing Haydn concertos, winning a nationwide competition. I was already at that level, but this wasn't at that level at that time. But my passion, my love for music was high. What did I do? I bought a cello for less than about $600. And of course, slapped some Jaegers on it, put a Wittner tailpiece on it, and when I brought that cello, that $600 the laminate, I guess they call it the laminate cello,
Wow.
the laminate cello, to my luthier in San Jose, he didn't bat an eye. He didn't judge me. He took it, he adjusted it, he took this little thing out, ding, 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 for free, put some strings on it. It was lovely. Later on, I got a nice Romanian cello from him. Later on, I got the Russ. You see, because a lot of us have already gotten to that level. But like I said, we have a lot of returning cellists, people that have played to a high level in their youth, left because life changes, kids happen, 20 years later, 30 years later, they have the time, they have the energy, the passion is still there. They come back to cello, but again, the barrier to entry to our world is this incredible amount of money we have to put back into it. For somebody that is maybe in their 40s, 50s, or 60s that want to get back into this, that $500 instrument is a huge deal to them. And these people can already play Bach. These people can already play in Beethoven symphonies. Sure, they don't have the nice gear that they had at that time, but they can still do it. And it just drives me crazy. And it's just something I'm really, really against. And if you're a luthier out there that does this, don't ever come knocking on my door coming on this channel. Or if you know a luthier that does that, don't ever go the two again. That's something, I don't use the word hate very much, but hate is something that's weighted in emotion. And that is something that is just, I'm so against. I believe that cello, this music world, is an incredible experience to be part of. We're blessed to be part of it. You as a maker, me as a player. We both as creators online. And I think it's a wonderful thing to be sharing this passion, not only with each other live, but also online. And as Amazon being an avenue, why should we judge those that get those instruments? And that's just, I'm sorry, that's a tangent. That's just where I'm standing on that. And I'm glad that at least you treat those people nicely. And for all those luthiers out there.
Generally speaking, I think I just treat people how I want to be treated, and then the other way around. So, yeah.